We're going to be unboxing Fangs of Ulrich, the Adeptus Astartes starter set for Kill Team. The box is so big I can't get it all on camera. The contents on the back are 5 Primaris Reavers, 2 scenery pieces, a book specifically about Fangs of Ulrich, 2 mission cards, some Adeptus Astartes tactic cards, copies of the tactic cards from the book, and a set of tokens. So I am going to get this open and we will have a look at what is inside. So this is the Saucer box. This is a pretty big box, so hopefully that is fully justified by what's inside it. Okay, so bang. We have Sector Mechanicus terrain, 2 big sprues, coloured grey, we have all the cards, we have 2 sprues for the Reavers, coloured grey. As you can see, they've got all the bits on. I'm a little worried that... no, that's just a bit that's there. I'm not going to be using this anyway because you're just asking for things to break off doing that. So, and you've got a Space Wolves sprue. I don't know if this is 2017, so that might be from the last lot of Space Wolves stuff to come out. And you've got the bases. So let's take a look at the stuff specific to the box. So we've got instructions for the models. And of course 40k rules for the models are included in the instructions, and then you've got specific instructions for building the terrain included in this set, which is Alchemite stacks. So pop that to one side. We've got the counter sheet, pop that to one side. We've got the specific book for Fangs of Ulrich, which gives you background short story, background text. This looks like a new piece of art here. Painted examples of the models, examples of them in games, and then stuff they've done, so missions. So we've then got 2 mission cards, 1 matched play, Death in Darkness. So I'm going to zoom in a bit on this. So, Death in Darkness. You can choose to play this instead of the ambush or recover intelligence missions as long as one of the players is an Adeptus Astartes player. Mission for 2 to 4 players. If both want to be the Adeptus Astartes player, they've got to roll off, and the winner gets to be the one who counts as being Adeptus Astartes. So there's example terrain on the back, which is based on the Sector Mechanicus terrain, with the addition of the servo haulers. And this is the 3 to 4 player game board, which is 2 boards stuck together, and this is the single game board. So this is the Sector Mechanicus box, and this is 2 Sector Mechanicus box worths and 2 sets of the haulers. So, deployment. Adeptus Astartes player has the greatest strategic advantage. Yep, so you're 14 inches apart for the 2 player, and you're using deployment triangles for the 3 to 4 player. battle length 4 turns, night fighting, so can't see more than 12 inches. Each player gets 1 point for killing an enemy model, and there's an objective marker in the centre of the battlefield. Whoever controls it at the end of the battle gets 3 points. Yeah, small kill teams are definitely at an advantage in this, because you got less things to take out. So you could conceivably lose all your models and still win if you kill 9 of theirs and they kill 5 of yours. Okay. And narrative play mission, break their will. You can choose to play instead of the feint mission. You've got, again, based on the Sector Mechanicus set, with 2 specific tactics for this. It's a game of attrition, basically. You're looking to knock out enemy models, so again, that one is the reverse. The players with the larger kill teams are at a distinct advantage because they can have more models either not knocked out or which recover, which is interesting. So we then have the example cards. So this is the put together unit. 3 Reavers put together at 18 points with grapnel launchers and grav shoots, 2 with bolt carbines and no upgrades. So you could conceivably get a Reaver squad to 91 points. This is safely below 60, 70, 86 points. If you're going to have Reavers, you may as well. Yeah, all this squad needs is to add a scout with a sniper rifle and it's 100 points. So that's the cards. There's no blank cards with this, which is a bit bad compared to the starter set, which has 10 blank cards for each faction. So I'd love it if they'd included blank marine cards. And here we have the Adeptus Astartes tactic cards. So I'm going to zoom in even closer on these so that you guys can get a good look. So 1 command point, Psychological Warfare. Choose a Reaver from your kill team that took an enemy model out of action in the preceding fight phase and is not shaken. Add 1 to any nerve test made this phase for enemy models within 6 inches of the model that you chose. Bear in mind they'll also add 1 to nerve tests for anybody within 3 inches because of terror troops. Auspex Scan. Use this tactic when you choose a ready model to shoot with. Ignore all negative hit modifiers. That is a very good tactic for popping things with long range fire. Battle Brothers, you can use it as a bodyguard thing, so you can, if you've got a model within 3 inches of your valuable model, you can spend a command point, save the valuable model, but you end up taking mortal wounds on the other model. Adaptive Strategy. Use this as soon as your kill team is broken, you get D3 command points. You'd always take this, because worst case scenario you only get 1 command point back. So if you've got a command point and you break, you've got to use Adaptive Strategy. 2 command points when one of your models is going to die, spend 2 command points, they suffer a flesh wound instead. Angel of Death, it's an add 1 to your attacks characteristic. Shock and Awe, Hellfire Shells, that's a Sector Imperialist tactic. These are the ones from the core book. Shock and Awe, Hellfire Shells, Honour the Chapter is fight an additional time for 2 command points. Masterful Marksmanship, Intercessor with a Stalker Bolt Rifle, can add 1 to hit and wound rolls. That's actually pretty useful. For sniping things, Armour of Contempt, 5+ save against mortal wounds for a command point. Death to Traitors, if you're fighting Heretic Astartes, you can make, each time you hit you get an extra attack against the same model using the same weapon, but they don't explode. Declare a Reaver from your kill team. Before any Overwatch attacks are made, make a shooting attack with the model's shot grenades against the target of the charge. If it's successful, they can't fire Overwatch, in addition to the effects of the grenades. Hellfire shells, great for trying to kill Tyranid warriors, other things that are big and have got a lot of wounds. And onto the chapter, you get to fight another time for 2 command points. So, some of these are really good. You would always use adaptive strategy. If you get broken, you get D3, spend a point to get D3 command points. So a 2/3 chance of getting more command points than you started with. Battle Brothers is great to save a valuable model like your leader or a specialist using one of your grunt models. Auspex Scan is great for capping some valuable enemy model. Masterful Marksmanship is great for capping a valuable enemy model. Psychological Warfare is great if you're at the point where the enemy's going to be taking nerve tests and you've got Reavers in amongst them using Terror Troops and Psychological Warfare to force them to start breaking. Let's have a look at what you get for the scenery thing. Alchemite Detonation. So, Sector Imperialist Tactic, Adeptus Astartes Tactic. At the end of the movement phase, choose an Alchemite stack within 1 inch of the model of your model from your kill team that's not shaken. At the end of the following movement phase, roll a dice for each model within 3 inches of that stack. On a 4+, they get a mortal wound, and you remove the stack. You can blow up terrain. 2 command points to blow up some terrain. And they give you 2 Alchemite stacks in the set to put together and then blow up. The amount of terrain you get in the set is nice. It's enough for 2 medium scenery pieces, so it can really add to your starter set or your existing setup. Whether you've got the Sex Mechanicus board or one of the other boards, it gives you 2 medium-sized terrain pieces that obstruct line of sight, give you cover, and if you want to use the tactics for manipulating terrain, you can blow them up. The models are the new Primaris. They are really, really nice. With Reavers, if you want to go with a pure Reaver kill team, you can get 6 in, including a leader, and you can give 3 of them grapple guns, or grab shoots. So you'd probably want to split 3 close combat, 3 bolt carbine in that sort of situation, and go from there. Your leader, give a bolt carbine and a combat knife. He'll have 3 dice in close combat, and you'll still be able to gun lots of people down with his bolt carbine. I've put Reavers together before for my Warriors of Iron army. They are really nice models that go together really well. There is lots of little bits that you can put on. The detailing is great and they go together pretty easily. I will be putting together a specifically Primaris kill team, but a pure Reaver kill team does sound like a fun thing to put together. You can either go with 5 guys, you can fit them into 90 points and you can get a extra command point, or you can get a 6th Reaver from somewhere, the easy to build set for example, and go from there. But yeah, really nice models, a really nice set. A couple of the tactics are pretty much must use. The rest are situational. I'd say if you are interested in kill team and you are interested in Adeptus Astartes, this is a good set to get. It's pricier than the sets that are gone on pre-order now for Tyranids and for Imperial Guard, but the models are nice, the models are reasonably recent, and you've got big chunks of terrain, and you've got some tactics cards that are great to include. if you are new to the hobby and you've got the Kill Team rulebook or you've got the Kill Team starter set and you're looking to expand into Marines, it's a good set to use. Really like it, could not recommend it more for people new and getting into collecting Marines. If you've got your own huge Marine collection, it may be of limited use, and what you might want is just the tactics cards, and the tactics cards aren't necessary, but they're nice to have. You can play with just the rulebook. There's no tactics cards in there that I think are absolutely compulsory, you must absolutely use them. But yeah, really nice set. Just the sheer number of heads you get for these. You can go full helmeted, you can go a couple of bare faces, you can go a mixture of skull and hair. You got 4 heads, 5 heads, which are missing the top of the helmet, so they're half helmets, 2 bare heads and 5 fully helmeted heads. You can go with bolt carbines, which look really good, or you can go with the heavy bolt pistols. I would give grapnel guns to these because it does let them ignore the vertical movement aspect when you move, which means they could be running up and down scenery really easily. But yeah, really like the set. I like the light colour of the plastic, I like the darker colour of the terrain, so it comes pre-coloured and you pop it on your board and it looks pretty good. But yeah, this is a really nice set and it's a good starter product for someone coming into the hobby. So if you've liked this video, hit like or subscribe. If you feel strongly, leave a comment below. Otherwise, good gaming.